So we're still basking in the afterglow of the Eagles' 25-11 historic, never before seen win against the Tampa Bay Bucks down there in Tampa. We're going to look at things from the perspective of growth. Because like Nick Sirianni says, we're not done yet. We're just getting started. What's up, it's your boy Centron coming back at you with another analysis video, and I kid you not, that's my real name. And we're going to dive into what Nick Sirianni has to say, the heart of it, and then cut it up into little pieces and analyze Bunseki, or Japanese. Anyways, Nick Sirianni says the Eagles not a final product yet. Despite the 3-0 start, it's a growth process. And yes, I agree. We have so many flaws, kinks we need to work out. We're shaking out the rust, so to speak. Despite the success we had, defense has played pretty well in this last game. There are still things we can get better at. We still allowed a touchdown in the waning moments of the fourth quarter of the finale. But yeah, we went 1-5 in the red zone. Terrible. That was Dallas Cowboys-esque bad when they faced off against the Jets. We have a stout defense, but you got to be better than that in the red zone. Yeah, Jalen had flu-like symptoms, and he threw 2 picks, 1 miscommunication, and the other one just, having too much confidence in your receiver to make that play when he's in double coverage and he's a smaller guy. But yeah, good teams win ugly. So we're still winning ugly, and we haven't yet peaked, which should make us scary for a lot of other opponents on our schedule who are playing excellently right now, but we don't want to peak in September. You want to peak in November, December, when the games really start to matter. All right, you still have those, we're built along the trenches. I used to hate that strategy, but it's paid off handsomely. And we can still be better by optimizing these lines, like have the offensive line not just pass block all the time, run block, lead on people, grade on people, which we've done by necessity because it's been working for us. But that's not what we want to do by trade, but we can learn to have more balance. In the D-line, just turn them loose. Turn them loose, letting them do what they do. And not yet employing all the things that we're going to do later. But the inside-outside strategy with some of the guys that have D, T, DE versatility. There's so many things we can do. Big packages, NASCAR packages. We don't even need that stuff right now exclusively, or even to lead on it. Even a short time frame that even matters, like 20% of the game, anything like that. We can just sparse it out there, just to show a look. But yeah, I'm gonna dive into a couple of things that I thought of, some of them that we covered, but that we can get better at. So on offense, red zone, obviously that's having that success rate that we had. 20% success rate is not going to win you games further down the line, especially when we're going to face better opponents in the middle, the heart of our schedule. The Chiefs, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, who are still considered a good team. We're going to have a brutal stretch from, I think, week 7 to like 13 or so. And then 2 straight away games. And then the games coming up aren't, gimmies either. So, got to continue to get better. But specifically in the red zone, we do the vulture thing, or Hurts reaps the rewards of the running backs getting us down to the goal line or into the red zone. And yeah, hey, it's tried and true. The tush push has a 92% success rate. Go with it. What I want to see us employ. We did it a little bit. We did try to throw to AJ Brown. The ball slipped through his hands because he wasn't prepared that the safety that Jalen Hurts had to throw over was going to create basically a jump ball for him. He's going to work out those kinks. But I was glad to see they attempted. It was better than week 2 Vikings red zone attempts where we just specifically relied on Hurts to just dive it in there. And once our running back, Swift. But other than that, it wasn't really anything tangible, versatile, complex, or varied. We're trying not to be one-trick ponies here. Yes, we can dominate people, but you want to have them second-guessing, doubting. So use our bigger weapons. And A.J. Brown has a body. let him use the shield, corner routes, crossers, and DJ. He's like a DJ where he switches up on people. Devontae Smith, letting him use his shiftiness in the red zone. Not a lot of real estate to work with, but let him run routes that work to his advantage. Outs, routes where you can have a double move or him just crossing across the whole formation. Test the defense's discipline. Goddard, size, he's 6'5". Jump balls. We should let him be a jump ball specialist. The new tight end that we have, he's 6'4" as well, or maybe 6'5". Albert O, double tight end set. He's fast. Let's make use of that. So we don't need him to be up to speed. Come in, have a couple packages for him. Have a big package with guys like AJ and those two tight ends, twin towers on the field, and just let them go at it. So practice that, and then run it. So the red zone offense just has to be more complex. Little shovel passes. I mean, I know it's not our forte, but whatever the hell works. Hey, across the league, look at what guys are doing. Steal it. And next, routes. In the outside of the 20s, we need to work on having hot routes. I mean, I know it's something that the blitz beaters, but as well, find the holes in the zones. We got to prep for this stuff. I know that we are, but just if it's not enough, we got to put in more time. And beating things that shouldn't be flummoxing us. If a guy reacts like this, those are option routes. So I won't say that maybe we don't feel comfortable doing those with the first time coordinator. And him putting his staff in the office, he just want to go through things that he knows or he has a solid grasp on, or that he can teach at this point. You don't overload the guys as well, but maybe for the future. But not a heavy emphasis, but just a little bit here and there is enough. But yeah, just having those routes, not just to beat the blitz, but to beat specific looks, and being able to audible out of them. Giving Jalen Hurts a little bit more freedom there. Like I said, that might just be a comfortability thing. And route layering, intermediate, short, and deep. I feel like we have so much directly built off of guys running behind each other and open up areas, and not enough of having them at 3 levels, but also attacking at the same time. Having a guy run a Texas route, but then after that, having that area cleared, someone run an intermediate, a deep dig, and then coming up over the top, a crosser, a deep crosser. So I mean, like something layered to attack the defense at 3 levels, where all 3 routes are working in conjunction to open up each swath of space, so you can't just hunker down on one area, and it exploits the holes in the zones. I feel like we're not doing that enough. We have routes that just play right into their hands, and it's like, what the hell was that? You ran right into the area. It was almost like we specifically wanted to run right into that area. And I get some of it maybe dummy routes, things that we want to show looks and then change it up later to have them fooled. We thought we were going to do that. We thought this was our tendency. We're going to eschew that, put that on tape, make you think that, and then fool you with okie doke, switch it up on them. So there might be a little trickery and double spying there, putting fake knowledge out there so they would bite on that, and then we take advantage. But I don't know. I want to see more progression with that, and then also, like I said, building off of those things, route layering, and wrinkles off of that. I know we might be saving some stuff. I know it's a key component for this team. We love to save stuff for later, rainy day, but use more. You don't have to use everything, but use more. And then side adjustments on the routes. I don't know if you feel comfortable with our receivers doing this, but based on what they're seeing, adjusting their route. So this is kind of more of the option variety, but also pertains to them reacting to certain coverages. And what it looks, I know it could be risky because the defense is faking, but I know they already do this, but all right, hey, if I see this guy is doing this, maybe a little more freedom and he's playing me where I'm gonna have him beat. So just take off and make it, make a site adjustment to alter the route to beat that defense. And like I said, that's just something that, depending on the coordinator, they don't want their receivers out there freewheeling, or they may be built to where they do that. And then Kansas City is built like that. They come up with sandlot plays all the time because he says we practice these things because we see them, develop them, and we're given the freedom to implement them. So that's just an Andy Reid's offense. Obviously, I don't think we're doing that here, but to some degree, we can incorporate that into our offense. So just overall development, And I get it. I'm not being hard on Brian Johnson. I'm just giving out some alternatives to, and also some maturation and potential expansion and deepening, broadening the offense overall. I know the run game. We hate to do this because we want to be a pass first team, and I get it. But 201 rushing yards this week, 250 last week or so, just crazy numbers. We need to be relying on that run game more often, and it needs to be the staple. It needs to be what we use to set up the rest of our offense. Play actions, misdirection, different looks out of formations that look the same, and running plays out of that. So if you run multiple plays out of the same formation, to not have the defense have tells. It's the run game. We're eating off it right now. It's providing, it's paying the rent. So why go away from your main moneymaker? I get that it minimizes our passing numbers. Who the fuck cares? We're in it to win it. Keep the main thing, as Jalen said. So I just feel like we're too quick to try and turn away from the run game and then use it sparsely and then come back to it only when we truly need it. Not trying to use it to impose our will, to dominate, and then have everything else after that be a bonus. I'm not saying the passing game should be an afterthought. Take your shots. But stay dedicated to that run game, not just for a couple games, but throughout the course of the season. I don't want to see us moving away from that. Like I see us in so many years past where we get caught up infatuated with the success, and then we just eschew the run game for sections at a time in seasons. And it's disappointing to see the inconsistency. When if you stay with that steady, the reward will be double, triple, quadruple fold. All right, let's get to the defense. More close coverage. I really, like I said, Bradbury, he's his own corner. He can't play some man. You'd want to limit that to short range. But Slade, he's a man corner. Zone, he can also play because he's good at keying in when he's protected. He has guys that have his back, so like a cover two would be perfect. He can rob. He can read the quarterback, stay in this area, and not be liable, not be in a position to get burned. But he's a man corner. So we saw what he did to Justin Jefferson when he was playing man against him in tight man coverage. So I get that off coverage just might be the thing for the Fangio defense. I haven't looked at what Fangio's been doing this year, but at least for his two disciples, Jonathan Gannon, when he was with the Eagles last year, and Sean Desai, Deshaun, as I'm gonna start calling him. So Deshaun loves off coverage, and I get it. But I want various looks. At the very least, just various looks. Just throw different looks at the opponent. Not have them get used to us just playing off cover, because all they see is, okay, the guy's off 8 to 10 yards, slant, you have the space, throw it and go, and they just get underneath yards. It's not even nickel and diamond. With the more explosive teams, they're eventually going to hit. The dam's going to break, and it just leaves us in a bad position. When our defense is sad that our defensive line is getting there, our edge rushers is getting there, our interior is getting there, and they just throw the ball. There's so much space, and they're able to get first downs, put us in bad situations, short distances to go. It's just such a waste. It feels like ass backwards logic. But obviously it worked this game, but I really prefer, at the very least, like I said, a varied attack. And then the employment of a wild card playmaker. I don't think we currently have this in our defense. The closest thing we had, not say yesterday, but last game was Reed Blankenship, where he was allowed to play the safety position in certain looks, and he was able to come underneath Godwin. He was put in a position where he was the robber. Came in underneath the safety switch. Thought it was a two shell. It wasn't. They were rotating, and he was able to undercut the route by Godwin and get the pick. But a true wild card playmaker, whether it be a safety or a linebacker, someone at the second level or beyond, who's able to be everywhere, anywhere, like their visa. So for me, that would be Nolan Smith. Saw the impact he had on the game, where he was able to peel back and crush the crap out of Baker Mayfield. He hurt him a little bit on that play. He made him feel his presence. But he would be perfect for that role, since he's being used as an edge rusher. He could be, playing spots at linebacker, playing in coverage, just shuffling around the formation, twisting those games inside, coming around, looping around as a third guy to get to the quarterback, being used in a varied role, because he's positioned now, but he's not being seen on the field. So using him in any way he can have an impact, using that 4-3 speed he has at linebacker, a freak, like the guy in Dallas, number 11, Mr. Micah Parsons. He has a varied effect on that defense. He's been used in a role where, he's more straightforward as an edge rusher, and being here and there. But man, he could really make a difference on this defense. But I don't know if he's there development-wise right now, so we're just kind of holding back, let him play in a design role. But as he gets more comfortable, maybe we can, put him in that position. Well, that would take our defense to the next level. We're already pretty tight. Secondary and edge were very good. D-line. This one element would drastically change the defense and how teams will be able to attack us and cover their own weaknesses, as well as deal with this level of unpredictability. And then the last thing I'll get to is better disguising. I just feel like we line up in that off man, and it's like our positions are declared. They know where two safeties are going to be. They know where they're going to rotate. They know pretty much where the defense, like the pre-snap and post-snap, look for the most part the same. Like there's a couple looks, like I said, with the robber when Reed got the pick. Baker was a little confused, but it wasn't even a great disguise because you could tell Reed, he was just reading. No pun intended. But yeah, it's like it's nothing deep. I don't know if that's something that we just don't feel comfortable with now. With Deshaun teaching that. I'm calling Deshaun. Or it's just too much information. But it's just something I feel like we can be so much better at. Similar to last year, there's no really disguise. At least, like I say, I feel like he's doing a little bit more than Gannon, but some improvement in some areas, and then not a lot in others. So he's blitzing. The timing still doesn't get it down, but he is blitzing, though. I'll give him that. Because we've gotten burned on some of them, but hey, I'm not gonna, deride you for trying. So we gotta disguise better. Like when I see what Belichick was teaching in week 1 and then week 2 as well with the Vikings, I'm jealous. Those are disguises that I want from my coordinator to teach our guys and for us to employ, because it's not like I don't think the guys have the talent to do it. I just think that it's not something we put an emphasis on. So anyways, we're going to get up out of here with that. Just some of my thoughts. You know, I'm no expert, but you know, I have a mind to analyze and have insight into certain things. So we'll get up out of here. But anyways, you're not even watching them. It's all good because I love making these videos and love talking about the Eagles. But anyways, as always, it's fly Eagles fly and let's motherfucking go. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like. Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.